Hi, Cancer. This is Just with your January 2017 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Cancer, I definitely see that a lot of you are you're coming into this year with a lot of aspirations, focus, and there will be some culminations this year. Some of you will be graduating, so congratulations. Others of you know that this time next year you will have graduated from school. So this is like the home stretch, is what I want to see it as. Some of you have recently started a job, and now you kind of have a focus that, you know what? I'm going to set my sights on running this department. I'm going to, take my own business to a whole nother trajectory come a year from now. There's some monumental plans that you guys have made for yourselves, I feel. That you're really putting a lot of focus in, and either some of you have already made those plans and you're at the home stretch, and now it's like I'm giving it 150 million% because now it's all on me, or you guys will start to have these ideas and sparks of epiphanies come to you throughout 2017. I feel particularly it was probably happening in December, but definitely in this month of January, that will spark you guys to kind of like let go of the idea that you need to, again, work at a certain position for a certain time and you will embrace something new. Now, I do see that you guys are in your element, but there's a problem with you guys, I feel, maximizing your income. You may have it plateaued, and that could be the reason why some of you are deciding to go back to school, seek a new job, take on a new opportunity, go in a new direction is what I'm seeing in order for you to gain more, okay? Because there could have been some type of news. Now, some of you will be losing your job, leaving your job. Most of you are going to be leaving. Some of you are going to hear that, they're doing massive layoffs, but it won't happen just like right there. Then it's like almost like a phase out period is what I'm kind of seeing. And now it's going to challenge you guys to have to relocate. You may be even getting a relocation offer from your job. Not every job, when they do RIFs, do they just let everyone go. Sometimes they do relocations as well. So it could be for some of you that you're being relocated to a different place, and there's a waiting period before you can either get the relocation funds from your company before you can move, but you have to move first and then you get the monies later, almost like a compensation type of thing. Reimbursement, rather, is what I wanted to say. So there's that. I do see others of you, you're getting some type of news that, again, you got into the school you wanted to get into. You can take the test in order for you to get promoted to another level if you work at a government job, and it has those tiers where you have to take tests, that sort of thing. And there may be, again, you planning your life. So some of you are saying that, you know what, I'm going to take this job, but I'm going to have to move because this job, they only have this type of job where I can be a supervisor, I can be the head of something, in a different state from me. So now there is going back and looking at your income and trying to figure out, like, I may be $1,000, or maybe $10,000, or maybe said percent. I feel like 1% of something or 10% of something away from your goal of what you need in order to be able to get to the next stage. So there's that. Okay. And I feel like that's why some of you are working really hard in order for you to build up your capital, because there is a wanting to move. Okay. Now I do see that your colleagues at the workplace, your clients, your customers, that sort of thing, they're very friendly. They like you a lot. I feel like everyone kind of like has, they favor you. They like you a lot. There could have been some type of situation that occurred where someone acted out of term, said something crazy to you, and now it's like they're trying to make amends. Someone at the workplace could have really said something out of sorts, and they're trying to make amends, but you're like, you know what, I'm gonna just, no, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I do feel like mid-month, a lot of you guys are going to be playing mother hen is kind of what I get it at the workplace. I feel like you guys just have the Midas touch, and I feel like the company that you're working for, that sort of thing, they may find you to be just the type of person that they want to, again, align you with, and align you with a prestigious, I feel, opportunity or position. Okay, because again, it seems like you just get along well with everyone, and even when people are being less than professional, you won't engage them. You'll just move on, and you will come out still very victorious in the situation. So a lot of good opportunities I'm seeing for Cancers. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be very much in your element of very emotionally sound, but you're going to be giving off a lot of appeal, a lot of confidence, and you're going to have a lot of value with you. Like in every step you take moving forward with the decisions that you're making, it is giving you more and more confidence, and it's giving you more and more stability in life, and being a force to reckon with. Like with people really are seeing you as a force to reckon with. And I feel like you may even get some type of initiation to be a part of a higher echelon group. Like creme de la creme. And that's why I'm saying that you may be offered a position, or maybe advised that you take a test, or you pursue a career that will, again, call for you to run something, be in control of something, be on a level where it's only a small group of people will be. Now, I do see that there is some type of, some of you, again, with this moving and leaving, even if you're leaving on your own terms, there is a sense of sorrowfulness because you have to leave. Again, especially if, even though the place that you are leaving, it may not have been exactly where you want it to be. Like, where you're going now is where you want to be. And it just may be a heavy heart of just like, man, I have to leave, my friends and people, my family, the people that I've built so much with, these solid, good investments and relationships that I've made. I kind of have to leave and move on to something else. But, life is calling you in such a permanent and next level way that you can't, you just have to keep moving, because again, life is calling you guys to it's really taking you guys to a whole nother level. Now, I feel like on the outcome, you guys are going to be very, I feel like there's going to be some type of knowing and understanding that you're on the other side of something. Okay, so with this job, if you were let go, you guys are going to know that there's going to be another opportunity. You may even hear that, hey, we want you, or you may hear that, yes, you can get another opportunity. You just have to wait a small amount of time. But that you're okay in the meantime. Others of you that are still working, you may have a sense that, you may have felt, or maybe may have been worried that you would be one of the people that needed to leave, but then you hear that, no, actually, we don't want you to leave. You're protected, more than because we have real plans for you. And now it's like you have this understanding that you're safe, that everything is going to be fine with you. Okay. But there may be some sorrows that, other people are going to be let go, and people that you really do, again, have significant relationships with. You may have found out through the grapevine that those people are going to be let go, but you can't tell anyone. And you're mourning to yourself, but again, what your job or what this new place has in store for you is going to be monumental. And I feel like at the moment of you kind of weighing your options, you're going to decide to go to this next level, whatever this next level is for you guys. Finding a new job, getting promoted, going back to school so that you can be ... taking your business to the next level, because you could have partnered with someone, even though they may be a silent partner, someone that is a financier, but not someone that does the actual meat and potatoes of the work, that sort of thing. But there's an element of a decision that needs to be made. I feel preferably, specifically regarding moving, whether it's a physical move, and most of you will be a physical move, and needed to decide where you're going to physically move to, or it's going to be moving on. But there will be some type of movement or moving that will be happening for Cancers in the month of January 2017. Now, as it relates to love, I'm definitely seeing that some of you are trying to get to your lover that is at a distance. I'm definitely seeing that. And I feel like you guys have had to wait. You've had to wait. They've tried to come to you and they've not been able to get you. They could have come to your place. They could have set up tickets to come see you, and you're like, gosh, I'm not even going to be in town that week, or I'm not even going to be there. I have to go myself. I have to go for business. I have to, so both of you have very busy lives, and you're at a huge distance from each other. You could be on the opposite ends of the not the earth, but opposite ends of the country, but opposite ends from one another. And there's been this waiting and waiting, wanting to see this person. This person's been waiting on you to come see them. They've tried to come see you. You've not been able to, again, get your schedule opened enough in order to see them. And it's just been, again, I feel like for some of you, 2 weeks or 2 months of just not being able to get to the other person. And it's just been such a heartache of not being able to see your love. I mean, I like to see stories that are just this simple. It's not that deep. It's just a simple situation of like, I just can't get to my baby. I just can't get to them. And I'm heartbroken that I'm so far from them and I just can't get to my baby. And I feel like because there's so much separation, you guys are going to be communicating as much as you can. There's going to be a lot of like phone calls, text messages. Every chance you get, you're going to want to communicate and keep the lines, at least those lines, you're going to want to keep those lines open. I feel like you love this person. You're falling for this person. This person has extended themselves to you on an emotional level. Definitely. You fall from, especially my Cancer ladies, you've fallen far more harder than he has. So keep that in mind. He's still at the beginning stages of this whole thing. Okay. But you have fallen pretty hard for him, and you really do want the kit and caboodle. Like, you want the ring, you want the house, you want the family, you want all of that stuff. And even though I feel like you guys are seeing each other, and there may be that understanding that, yeah, we're committed, you may not have officially committed, or you may feel like even if he is, you do have titles on one another, there may not be some next level of signifying and of true investment long term. Because I feel like for a lot of Cancers, this is someone that you want to marry, and you may still not have seen the signs that this person wants to, like, okay, I'm going all the way in with you. But there's going to be a surprise that you guys will be getting, and I feel like some of you will get proposed to during this January, or definitely by Valentine's Day. I feel like there's going to be some type of proposal that comes in during Aquarius season, because that is Uranus, and it usually is an out of the blue. That is the out of the blue sign because of Uranus. But you may not be able to get married and move with this person for a year. So it may take a full year before you can actually move on with them. I do feel like some of you, again, are either going to go see them, and then there's going to be it could be 7 weeks or 7 months before you see them again. So there's going to be a significant amount of waiting after you go see them. And I feel like this person, when you guys get there, I feel like this person again has a lot of feelings for you, but they're either not able to come see you as much as they would like, or there can be, again, them just really trying to come see you in ways that are just not practical, and they've been kind of like stumbling over themselves because you've not even been around when they've been trying to surprise you, or again, come see you, that sort of thing. I do see that by mid-month there can be, now for some of you, this person is being very, very attentive on an emotional level, but they haven't come to see you. That's another way that this can play out. They just haven't made their way over, even though they would say, oh, I miss you so much, I want to see you so bad. But then there's not the effort in them coming to see you. And that will leave some of you Cancers feeling, questioning, I should say, the validity on their part. Because again, you may be thinking, do they have cold feet? Do they really want this? Are they in it as much as I'm in it? That sort of thing. Now, mid-month, I do see that there will be you will be going to see them. And by mid-month, I feel like there's going to be an exchange of passionate, very passionate. You guys are going to have some passionate. If you are traveling to go see your love, if you guys are you and your love are planning to see each other in January, or spend a significant amount of time if you guys are just working. So it may come up that, you're not at a distance, but you may work all the time where, it's just like we just can't see each other because we're always working. So if that is the case and you've made and etched out some time to see your love and spend time with them, there's going to be a lot of passionate days and nights. Like, it's through intimacy of all kinds will bridge that gap of you guys just kind of liking each other, or knowing that this person means so much to you. That's, I feel, in lies that commitment. There's going to be some type of commitment through you physically being in that person's presence, and there being that emotional, physical exchange with one another. In lies that commitment will become stronger. The separation, again, I feel can go on until 3 months or 8 months. I feel for some of you it could be 8 months, 8 weeks, and then there will be a actual moving. For some of you, they will be moving again, as I mentioned earlier, by June of this year, or July. Okay, you may want to move by June, but you may have to wait until August before you can actually move, because there may be some financial tie-ups that will keep you kind of stuck in wherever you live now. And I feel like more of the traveling will come from you rather than your mate. So just prepare yourself. If this is a travel or distance relationship, you'll be doing more of the traveling. I do see that by the end of the year, I don't know why I keep talking, because your reading keeps giving me long term. By the end of the month, I'm seeing that there's going to be a knowing that you guys, whatever, way you were feeling, whatever ways that you were feeling a little insecure about the situation, you're going to be very hopeful. You're going to know that, okay, we're together, we're in a relationship, and it was bonded by, again, this intimacy, these moments. And I feel like there's going to be an end to, I feel like if anyone's holding on to, now this is for some of you, if any of you were holding on to past relationships, past people, past regrets from people, you're going to let those go, and you're going to start out in a new journey, okay, with this person, and start making a very solid plans with them. Like, some of you are definitely going to get married. You're going to be moving in together. You're taking this relationship to a huge next step. And there's going to be a decision as to, again, the next decision is going to be, do I really want to go? Do I really want to move there? It doesn't look like he's going to move to you. So it will be all on you to decide, are you coming, and when are you going to come? Because that person is pretty much not, I feel like that person is not necessarily going to be the person that will come to you. Okay. Others of you, I feel like, although you'll have this encounter with this person, there may be, and they may have gotten you back into a place where you feel, okay, things are good. We're good. We've had our fill, if you will. There may be an ending to, I'm getting like there's an ending to something old. If this was someone from your past, for some of you, you may feel like, okay, everything is working, and there may be an end to the old way of doing things. So you may end an old way, that some type of old way, or seeing a situation in a very not superficial, but there's going to be some type of transformation in a relationship that led to a threesome situation. So if there was, not to say that there was threesome, but there was some type of sorrows, there was some type of disappointment of having to leave an old situation behind. Someone could have been on the fence. Even though I'm definitely not seeing threesome anything here. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing that there's an end to an old way of doing things. For some of you, it could be an old way of doing things, an old way of making yourself feel. Again, the old way of worrying may be an end to worrying and stressing yourself out, and you may decide to move forward. Now, others of you, you're going to move forward on your own, okay? You're going to move forward on your own because you don't see that this person is showing you the results of somebody that has true intentions. And I feel like you might find out that the person wants sex and you want a commitment, or vice versa. They want a commitment and you want sex. And, there's that disappointment. But in trying to save the relationship, like some of you may already be feeling like, you know what? This person and we're not on the same page. And when you come together, it's going to be very clear because you both will be showing up in oppositions of what you want. And, through the disappointment will come a lot of, again, all of this movement and action. And you will, the person may feel like, okay, things are going well, because again, I feel like even though there is a coming together and you may realize that, I feel like you guys are still going to have intimate moments and that sort of thing. And there may be a time where you feel hopeful about the relationship, because again, there's something about that intimate moment that will commit and will get you guys to feel committed to this person. There may be words exchanged and agreements made that you feel like, okay, we're committing to each other. And that may leave you feeling very hopeful that the situation is fine and we've repaired it and everything is fine. But then there's going to be an end to this situation, an end coming together, and there's going to be like you guys split up. And you're going to go your own way, and you're going to set off in your own life, making your own plans. But there's going to be, I feel, for some of you, 2 weeks or 2 months before you can start to say, okay, I'm moving on. So there may be a 2-week period or 2-month period before you're going to start to move on. But you will move on with a heavy heart. There will be a bit of a process that you have to go through, because this relationship with you and this person was very significant, and someone wanted marriage and they wanted something real. And I feel like the other person wanted something on a physical level, okay? And you just realize that although it looked really good, some of you just can't get over some past situations, or some of you realize that we can't go further in this relationship this way. So that's what I have for you guys. But for most of you, it is the more positive. I just have to give the messages wholly, because again, this is a general. And so as a collective, there's a lot of people out there that are experiencing a whole different elements. And so with reading of tarot, it's so many different variations of how it can be interpreted. And so therefore, I feel like we've covered all of what I've seen in the cards and what has came up to me as far as the emotional and physical and intuitive side for me. So that's what I have for you guys. If you'd like to leave a comment below and let me know how this resonates with you, or just share your thoughts, we would love to hear from you, so please do. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Cancer.